Καλώς ήρθατε, and thanks for watching Your Greek News. This week is brought to you by Internext Enterprises. I'm your host, Anastasia. Toronto has one of the largest expatriate Hellenic communities outside of Greece. And if you've ever even stepped foot in Toronto, you'll know that when most of us want our little taste of Greek heaven, Pape in Danforth is the place to go. Although you can do a volta along the strip, or sip frappé at a Danforth cafeneo anytime, August is usually when Toronto puts on its olive wreath and gears up for its annual Greek celebration, Taste of the Danforth. In light of the event's 13th anniversary this weekend, Michelle met up with event organizer Trahiotis and gives us some insight into how the festivities began and what we can expect to see this year.
Hi Chris, thanks so much for joining us today on Your Greek News.
Well, it's a pleasure. Thank you for coming down to the restaurant.
Can you tell me a little bit about the history of Taste of the Danforth?
Basically started about 13 years ago. It was just a group of people that wanted to promote the Greek area and Greek culture, right? And just kind of offer like a taste of the Danforth. So it basically restaurants would offer like a little bit of food outside, something like not too expensive, $1 or $3. And then even clothing stores would bring their clothes out, shoe stores would bring their shoes out. So it's just people that come in and see the Danforth. And this started to happen close to the recession. We just come into recession, so we wanted business to kind of increase. And then we also were looking to try and raise money for our local hospital, which is the Trahiotis General Hospital. So that's pretty much how it all began. We started, I think, the first year about 5,000 people. And then a few years more, it went a little more, and now we're at probably about 1.2 million, 1.3 million.
How many years has the festival been running? And how long has it been running?
13 years. This is the 13th year. Right, so.
What years in particular have stood out for you?
Last year. Well, actually, we had a couple big years. Last year was a big year because we had 1.3 million people come to the street. The previous year was good because we're dealing with the Olympics, right? Well, actually, Royal Bank, who sponsored the Olympics, offered like a Greek Olympic village in the area, and then our 10th year, which was one of our anniversary years, that was actually a memorial year for us because we reached 1 decade, right? And I think during the 10th year, we became the largest food festival in Canada and probably in North America as well. So there's a few, milestones that we've passed already.
So how did you get involved with Taste of the Danforth?
I started 10 years ago. The president of the association, there was a low attendance on the board, so he asked me if I can come in and be the treasurer for the actual business association. And then as the years went on, I became the vice chair, and then from vice chair, I'm still the vice chair, and then I became the taste chair as well. So I kind of just, I went up through the ranks a little bit, I guess you could say.
What exactly does your job entail?
As vice chair, my job entails that to help out with the board meetings. I take the chair's position whenever the chair is not around. And then as taste chair, along with the marketing company and with Faisal from the Director of Operations of Greektown, we group together and we organize the Taste of Danforth. So we look for sponsors for the event. We look for any type of government funding we can get. We look for people to help promote the Danforth, and then we meet with police officers, EMS, fire, so we can actually group the Taste of Danforth together and make it a success.
So you're a pretty busy man. What kind of time commitment is this for you?
A lot of hours. Basically, Taste of Danforth will finish August 13th. So we'll take a month off, and September 13th we'll be back at it again. And it's probably, I'd say, at least 10 to 15 hours a week, right? So it's pretty tough. I mean, I have to be very organized with my time because I have the restaurant to work to run, plus the association as well, plus the Taste of Danforth as well. So, pretty hectic.
Looking back, what are some significant changes you've seen happen with the festival?
One of the significant changes I've seen, I think, over the past years is that there's definitely a lot more participation. Years ago, there wasn't as much participation, and now people are starting to see businesses on Danforth and new businesses on Danforth. They're starting to see that it's become a success. And also the thing that I like to see is that we have a charity component, which is raising money for the Trahiotis General Hospital. And today we raised about $750,000 from the event. So, and the great thing was a few years ago, another milestone was that we were able to rebuild Trahiotis General Hospital's prenatal unit. So before it was just it was very basic. If someone was going to have a pregnancy, it was just a very basic hospital to go to. Now it's considered to be one of the lead hospitals in Toronto, and all that's funded from the Crenos Taste at Danforth.
So what is your ultimate vision for the festival this year?
The continued success of the event. Now we're trying to actually promote a healthy living, healthy lifestyle. And the misconception on Greek food is that it's not healthy. It's very fatty, oily, rice, potato, lots of starches, which is not the truth. And what we're trying to do in Greek restaurants right now, in this restaurant as well, we try to promote healthy living, healthy lifestyle. So you can always get a healthy meal at a Greek restaurant. Just depends on the choices you have, right?
Why do you find it so important for Greek people to participate in an event like this?
I think it's important because it's to celebrate the Greek culture and to celebrate being Greek, and to celebrate with non-Greeks as well who don't know about the Greek culture, right? So because the Greek culture has a lot of great things to offer, and it's important because we actually call this our little Greece. Mikri Lada, they call it, right? It's our little Greece. So anybody from Greece that was to come here, they could, without speaking English, they can actually go to a restaurant, do their banking, visit a lawyer, and do anything they want on the Danforth. And I think it's important for us, as we're getting, as the generations are getting older, and some of us are marrying non-Greeks, which is fantastic. It's to still hold that kind of Greek culture, and to show it and enjoy it with everybody else. And that's the great thing about Danforth too. It's Greek town, but we do have like Italian restaurants, we have sushi places, we have Korean places, Indian places. So it's great because we're marketing off each other now, right? And that's what it says. So to come down and just celebrate the Greek culture and being Greek.
So what would you say is the festival's demographic?
Oh, everybody. You get everybody. We get people from all over. You get people. Non-Greeks will be Italian. You get Portuguese. You get Indians, Chinese. You get people from all walks of life, right? And actually, we do studies for that to see who our clientele is. So you do see that, and a lot of them are non-Greeks as well, right? So and the ages would vary. Our customers, which I like, would be from 18 into the 60s. Which a lot of people say they want certain festivals they want to gear towards a young crowd, right? And so with my restaurant, I like to gear towards all ages, right? And that's what I like to do with the festival as well, is to gear towards all ages. And that's the great thing about it. You can see young kids enjoying the festival, and you do see older people enjoying the festival as well. And that's what the festival is. It's safe, and it's friendly, and it's a family event.
Thanks for joining us today on Your Greek News.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming down. Thank you.
So there you have it, Chris Trahiotis, the head organizer of Taste of the Danforth, as well as the owner of Greek eatery, Ouzeri. Be sure to join us next week as we bring you coverage from the event itself. I'm Anastasia with your weekly dose of Your Greek News.